what is next segment?
Purpose para.
First one is address. Okay. The reference is, you have to see the OET sample writing materials. There are 5 letters given. So address, what is to be written? You have to take it from writing task. But when you take it from the writing task, it is in a single line. So they have put comma after each segment. When you write in address format, remove the commas. After each segment, no full stop, no comma. So be mindful of these 4 things. Exactly copy and paste from writing task, the address given, remove the commas, put in writing address format, and no full stop, no comma. Is that clear? So the first portion of your letter is, no confusion, number 1, address. And this will be written like this. So you can see the address here, comma removed, full stop, no full stop. I have put the name in brackets, don't put in brackets. Only if it is given, you have to write. No brackets there, okay? That is to mention, if the name is not given in the writing task, no name, you start with the designation. See the reference. This is one of the letters, official letters, Peter Dumber. See how they have written exactly. The first portion is address. So that is the final reference for you. After address is number 2, the date. 2 things. One is right and other one is appreciated. Both should be correct to select the correct format, date format. For example, 19th January 2019 is the correct as well as appreciated one. How do I declare that as the correct? Sample letter. All the sample letters you have this model. This is the sample letter. And it is written as the second segment. First is address, second is date, and the mode of writing, the format of writing the date, spell out the month, then the year. So you know the final format. 2 segments are over. What is next? Salutation, okay. Dear nurse or dear name, do you need a comma after that?
No comma.
No comma.
No.
Because you just refer the model letters and find there is no comma. Okay? So ultimately, that is the final reference for you. Then ray line or reference. Next one is 4th one, right? 4th one, reference. You have to write the name, then DOB. What is the format to be written? The model letters give this format. Ray, full name, okay? First name and surname, full name. Then DOB. There is no full stop between DOB. And final reference for you. Now what is next? 65 years old. 65 hyphen year hyphen old. No space between word and hyphen. Single word.
Sir, this both we will write in one line.
If you are writing in one line, you have full name, comma, 65 year old. Did you understand?
Okay. Okay, Father.
This is the exact copy. What you are seeing on the screen is the exact copy and paste of the model letter given by OET in the official site. Thank you, OET, for allowing me to use this for teaching purposes. I am giving all this evidence not to tell you, don't say this format is wrong. That's not wrong. It's right, but not appreciated. That's the difference. What is next segment?
Purpose para.
Purpose para.
Purpose para. Purpose introduction.
Okay. Purpose para. And how do you write the purpose para?
4 questions.
What are the 4 questions? Who needs the assistance? From whom?
Whom requires assistance?
Which issue
need assistance?
One of
And in what context?
I think one can speak.
Who need assistance and from whom he require assistance.
Okay.
Which issue needs assistance.
Okay.
In what context assistance is needed.
Okay. All got it? If you haven't got, please, they will repeat. Just write down, okay? That is must.
Who needs assistance?
Okay.
From whom he
Loud.
or she requires assistance.
Loud.
Need assistance.
From whom she or he requires assistance.
This is for the benefit of beginners. Where to locate? Whom you are writing? Writing task, last portion of the case note. What is their job role? Again, you have in the writing task. What's your role in the patient's care? In the beginning of the case note. In the very first line of the case note, you have your role in the patient's care. That is soon after the date. What type of letter? Purpose. Okay. What type of letter? Purpose of the letter is found in discharge plan. What type of letter? Transfer or referral? That you can find in the discharge plan. Side heading will be given. Yes. And the first format, if you want the is bar. Other thing is there. Here, IPCP. Initiation. Another way I am telling you, if you were to understand, just go with the 4 questions now. But to understand the same thing, introduction or the purpose can be initiation, details of the patient, main issue, purpose. The concepts, what they are. The 4 questions are based on these concepts. Initiation means I am writing to, thanks for accepting. I'll give you different formats for that. Okay. And the chief complaint in main issue, what is the condition, diabetes or whatever. And purpose, what the other person should do. See, one model I am giving you. Initiation is, referral letter means I am writing to refer. One of the ways. There are so many ways you can write. Details of the patient. Miss Peterson, comma, see another model here. 56-year-old single lady. Why I have highlighted here? After 56, no space. Okay, after 56 and hyphen, no space. After hyphen and year, no space between. And after year and hyphen, after year, before hyphen, there is no space. Okay. And no comma. After miss, no full stop. Chief complaint, who was diagnosed with whatever the complaint. Purpose, she requires your advice and management. Listen once again. After miss, no full stop. After Peterson, there is comma. After 56 or between hyphen and word, there is no space. Is that clear? After miss, no full stop. After Peterson, there is a comma. I have highlighted that comma, big one. And between the digit or word, no space. When you put a hyphen, no space. That's not a big thing when you write, but then better not to add a space there, it looks awkward. That's okay, that's not a big matter for you when you are writing, that will not be analyzed so much. But in typing, if you put a space there, it looks awkward. Okay, chief complaint, main issue, who was diagnosed with dash, whatever. Then purpose, she requires your advice and management or your regular monitoring, whatever. So I am writing to refer Miss Peterson. Can you see the same thing is written here with corrections, without that yellow color, if you have any confusion. I am writing to refer Miss Peterson, comma, a 56-year-old single lady who was diagnosed with chlamydia trachomatis.
Please scroll little up. I cannot see down.
She requires your advice
Down
and
part.
management. Thank you. She requires your advice and management. Purpose paragraph or introductory paragraph. The abbreviation is IPCP. I means initiation. P means patient details. C means chief complaint. P means purpose. That is abbreviation all I made, okay, because being a lawyer, I always use IPC, Indian Penal Code. So I thought Indian Penal Code. So you can make another abbreviation. Just to make our brain active, that's all. Now regarding Peter Dunbar, can you answer those questions? What sort of letter is it? What is the nature of the letter? It's a transfer letter, right? So the questions can be who is transferred? Mr. Dunbar. There's a patient. Then where is he transferred to? There's a slight difference in the question for each type of question. Same 4 questions should be there. First 4 questions were, just repeat first questions. Who needs assistance?
Who needs assistance? He requires
Which
assistance.
issue needs assistance and the what context. Okay. Now here, who is being transferred? Where is he transferred to? Location. First one is patient name, second one location, what assistance is required, main purpose, then context, in what context assistance is required. Can somebody tell me regarding Peter Dunbar? What is the context?
He's moving to a doctor.
Yeah, he is moving to Centerville to live with his daughter. But there are people who have written in a letter, he needs regular monitoring because he is moving with his daughter. Because he is moving with his daughter. That means daughter will harass him. Some letters have written, there are letters which has written purpose. Peter Dunbar reads your professional assistance regarding regular monitoring because he is moving with his daughter to Centerville, which means daughter is so cruel, somebody need to monitor him, otherwise daughter will harass him. It's not because he is moving with his daughter, he needs monitoring. It's because he is having uncontrolled diabetes. See, the meaning will be completely changed if you use other things, the connectors in a wrong way. So, who is transferred? Where is he transferred to? Location, Mr. Dunbar is transferred to your care or to your community health center, whichever you want to write. Okay. And what assistance is required for the regular monitoring of his diabetes and encouragement to comply with his medication and dietary regimen. And we said the context is moving with his daughter. So you see these 4 questions.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Okay. See, the transfer letter has got 4 questions, same type of questions, but slight difference. What you have to do, you have to write down these questions for every purpose that you write, then answer in single sentence, especially beginners. Make 4 sentences, answer to 4 questions. Every time you have to repeat even the name, if name is to be repeated. Peter Dunbar is admitted, or Peter Dunbar needs assistance. Then you combine 2 sentences into, maybe afternoon I'll teach you how to create combined session or compound sentences and complex sentences.
Father, can you please show 21st slide?
21st slide, yeah. We are showing. Is it readable? You want it bigger?
Readable, Father.
Readable, Father.
Readable, Father.
There is no meaning in writing all the answers, that you will have to prepare your own answers. As a model, if you want, you can write. Yes, at least the child is understanding the things. Yeah. Thank God. Child will pass OET. And if you want to know where it is from, you know, where the answers are, you can find it here. Today's date, and don't discuss about date, okay? It will be clearly given there. See, as it is given here, assume that today's date is 22nd January 2019. So which date? Is it exam date or admission date or discharge date? There are so many discussions about that date. Date will be exactly given in your case note. Please write this note, this date. Okay, so no discussions required. And information given just above the writing task. Okay, above the writing task. When you have to write your purpose, you can find the information just above the writing task. Previous segment of writing task. See if you want more clarification. Who is transferred? It's here at patient details. There is 1 P missing. Okay. Patient details. It is given there. Who is transferred? And second one, where is he transferred to? Location is given here, just above the writing task. Letter to transfer the patient to the care of the community health nurse in Centerville, where the patient is moving to live with his daughter. So what assistance is required? Patient, it's just above that. Patient requires monitoring and encouragement. Okay. 4th one, in what context assistance is required? Yeah, context is he is moving to Centerville with his daughter. That is the context. Context means sandarbha. Malayalam Sandarbham. Yes. And if you write these 4 things properly, and if your letter is going good, you have a A+ grade. Airavata journey. Okay. You have who, where, what, and your context. 4 wheels. Okay. And sometimes you write only 3 things. Then you have auto journey. Okay. Mrs. Thompson was admitted to KMC hospital 2 days ago. And sometimes you have only 2 things. So cycle journey. Okay. And sometimes you have this journey. See, I am transferring. Is the nurse transferring? I am transferring Mr. Dunbar to your community. Community means that village, county. But the supposed to be community health center. There's a difference between community health center and community, right? So community means your community, which requires, your community requires. Which requires means your community requires ongoing monitoring and education, or his community cannot be his lifestyle modification. Does life, I have a doubt, medical doubt, I am not a medical person. Does lifestyle include medication? No, as I understand, as a layman, lifestyle means all your gym and other things, exercise, meditation, all those daily 7 times badakana, everything included in lifestyle. But medication, is it included? I don't know whether you have such understanding. No, this letter says this one, right? This says lifestyle modification. It's not only lifestyle. Then he needs medication, monitoring of medication, as well as encouragement of following the lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. So you see why I have put this carrying the cycle. Here no Airavata, no auto, no cycle. But I tell you, the person is writing in good will. They are not writing in bad will. But see, one connector can change the whole meaning. You cannot use connector which for human beings, Peter Dunbar. It should be who. If you just change who, it goes to at least auto rickshaw. Okay. See, as examiners, we can feel it. As soon as you see this picture in your mind. You have to give the score. Okay. Now I have put those pictures just to give you. This is a scanned picture from Udayavani. I just saw the picture and I said some purpose is exactly this one. Do you get me? Yeah. So when you practice, you in bracket, if you are sending it to me, right? I would like to travel in Airavata. Okay. Cool. Sleep like a baby. Okay. Yes. It's not a joke. It's all factual things. Okay. What is next? We are not going to all the details of purpose because I have done detailed session and video is uploaded. Any clarifications till now? Till purpose? Okay. So you see here, just I am telling you how to apply what I said. Now, the case note says admission date 4th February 2019. So you have to write this sentence. Beginners have to write the first sentence just in the case note. Start writing on the case note. You see admission date is written there. Okay. There you write Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was admitted on 4th February 2019. There is no comma after February, right? Yes. So you have to remember all those things. Whenever you write these things, you have to say within yourself. If you are practicing with comma, you can say no comma, or put a comma there and strike it. Okay, so that it fixes in your mind. You unlearn the things. Okay. Sorry, am I going too long? Online people, are you exhausted?
No,
No,
Father.
Father.
No, Father.
No, Father.
Finish with
Father.
2 3 slides and I'll give you a break. Okay. And now they say admitted with pneumonia. There is another case note saying admitted with pneumonia. Contact. So when you write Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was admitted on 4 February 2019 having contracted pneumonia. Also write Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was in the beginning you can write Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was admitted with pneumonia. With pneumonia. What I'm telling you, whether it is right or wrong, write different sentences first. In the case note, let there be no space, empty space left out. Okay, write in front of every case note, whether it is relevant or irrelevant, don't worry. In the beginning, every note develop into a sentence. Okay, then you can create a story and understand these things are nonsense here. Why should I have these things? Or you will understand this is being repeated 3 times. Then you can strike 2 times. This will give you real competency to select the case notes later. As soon as you see the case notes, you will understand, okay, this is a repetition. Immediately within 5 minutes, as you read, you will be able to eliminate. Okay, so here, see, case note says this letter will accompany Mr. Ramamurthy back to the retirement home upon his discharge tomorrow. Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy is now ready for discharge back into your care tomorrow. Okay, paraphrase, you can paraphrase. Here you see, Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was admitted on 4th February 2019, having contracted pneumonia. Next sentence is, Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy is now ready for discharge back into your care tomorrow. Now we are going to combine those 2 sentences into a complex sentence. Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was admitted on 4th February 2019, having contracted pneumonia. Then you have next sentence. He is now ready for discharge back into your care tomorrow. Okay. So instead of Mr. Ramamurthy, you have just added he. Even you can make it a single sentence, but then this is okay for. So you have the whole introduction. Mr. Lionel Ramamurthy was admitted on 4th February 2019, having contracted pneumonia. He is now ready for discharge back into your care tomorrow. When you write your letters, I don't mind even when you send your letters, write your purpose, and maybe after your letter, next page you tell me, or in the previous page, you tell me these questions. 4 questions, and I have 4 answers. Then what I have to look into only, is it okay? The sentence is fine. Is the tense is fine? Okay, that's all I have to look into. Otherwise, some of the letters, you know, this carrying the cycle, such letters, I'll have to write the whole letter, completely different letter. So what do they gain? They don't get anything. I improve my competence in OET. But I'm unlucky, I can't write OET. Yes. I want all of you to make sure that you write next letter at least in this base. And I suggest you write single letter even 10 times. If you need corrections, with each correction every time, you correct yourself, then maybe pass it on to your companion. If you have a learning partner, let them correct it. And you correct each other's letters. You will find more findings, then rewrite. Then again, send it to somebody whom you trust. Or later you can send it to me. I'll look into it. Okay? Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Is that cool?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Father.
Father.